Hello. It's crazy. Are you anything like me that you don't want to go outside on a date? Now, I'm from old school, so basically, they say if you meet a man, you need to let him take you out on a date. As myself, I don't want to go. Like I just feel like it's a waste of money, and also that you have to try to create this whole facade when you really don't want to go, and then you actually want to sit inside of a date. You sit in front of a date, and then they're actually you're a person that's a part in charge of basically the whole conversation. And some people like to go outside and stuff, and some people don't, and I don't. I don't. And the thing is, I prefer now. Once upon a time, it's said that go outside and stuff because basically you want to see like others like don't want to be seen with you. They don't want to be seen with you and stuff like that. But for me, I prefer not to go anywhere. I prefer him coming to my house. I don't prefer us leave out the house. And I don't know. But it's weird. But I'm a weirdo anyway. So we're using Oxima and mothers lived. So now once upon a time my sister used to tell me, go out on a date. Let the man spoil you, take you on a date. Really, I don't want to be spoiled. And they'll say, the conversation will be good, also be good if you got the house and stuff. But the reality is, I don't want to get the house. I think it's difficult for me because I don't. I'm a learner. I'm a learn. A learner. A loner. And then when I go out and stuff, it's weird for me. Okay. So, once upon a time, they say, let them take you on a date, see if they want to take you on a cheat date and stuff like that. But the reality is, I don't want to go. Now, I get asked out on dates all the time, but I don't want to go. Are you like that kind of person that, hi, Vander Rama? What's up, little Panama? So you're the kind of person like me that just don't want to go outside. I feel like everything that takes place within us, we don't have to go outside. Public public display of affection. I like it better when I'm in the house to meet the person, come to my house, watch movies, Netflix and chill. That's what they call it. But the thing is, for me myself, I don't like to get up and get dressed up and stuff like that because I prefer that we are having our alone time within ourselves. I don't have a whole bunch of different people interfering and staring at us and stuff like that. And the thing is, okay, we could cook some food and stuff like that and basically have our own meal and stuff. It's funny because when I get asked on a date, I don't want to go. And I feel like a lot of times guys really want to go, that they probably short a little money and stuff like that. But for me, I feel like at first, you want to see if he take you anywhere and stuff like that. How are you, Dr. J? Asquez? And I just prefer our time alone. I prefer us being alone and stuff. And I I get it. My sisters just tell me, let them take you on a date, let them spoil you. I don't need to be spoiled. What we're going to do is our own time. We get to know each other better. We know when people go to people's house, stuff like that, they always want to get down to business, if you know what I mean. And it's always a thing called, no, I'm not going to do that. You have to get to know me and stuff like that. So it's up to you. Now, there are some guys that want to go on a date with you. Now, I've been asked out the dates, and then they said, let me just buy some food, come over and cook. No, you're not coming over here to cook. And I'm a boring person, but I love men that have a lot of fun. I love men that have a lot of fun and stuff like that. But and I get asked out on dates and stuff, but I don't want to go. So now you have to figure out what outfit you want to put on, what you're gonna look like, and stuff like that. You don't have to do all that. I'm a person that feels as though if we go on a date, you come over, I buy some liquor. Well, I'm not drinking no more, but I will buy, once upon a time, I will buy liquor and stuff. We can liquor it all up. And we don't have to worry about going home and stuff like that. You have to worry about anything because basically everything's here. I don't know. But I do try to go out sometimes and stuff. I get asked out on dates. I don't like to. And are you that kind of person? Um, Dr. J eats like kind of person that can stay in the house instead of spend money out in the streets and stuff, like buying us food for money. And a lot of times the food is expensive. The food that they give you or cook for you, you can buy that yourself. So why you spend all this money on a date impressing on somebody when we can actually keep this money to ourselves? That's how I feel. But I prefer to stay home. Watch Pop the Balloon. you know, I don't know. It's just really weird these days we're living in, and basically people don't get a chance to know each other and stuff like that. But there are girls that like get dressed up, put on some heels and stuff. They want to shirt themselves, but that's not me. And I don't know. But I'm a kind of person that goes to sleep. I get bored pretty easy, especially what I try to do now. Before we do anything, we talk and stuff, because if you're boring on the phone, you can be boring in person. So I'm like, you know what? Let's skip all the shenanigans and stuff. And now I have met someone that wanted to take me out to dinner. Of course, it didn't go. The thing that gets me is, like, I need to know who you are before we go that far. And if I need to know about you more so, I'm going to learn it through the phone. I don't want you to come all the way over here, because I really don't want you. I want to get to know you. I can hear your words and everything you're saying, whether it's true or false. And I feel as though it's much more personal. It's in the house. And my personal thing is, I've always been the kind of person that just brings somebody to my house. I think it's better for me. Like, because you don't have to worry about trying to get dressed up, impressed, and put on some heels, spend so much money just for a couple of minutes and stuff. But reality is that if you like him, you don't have to do so much. But a lot of times the girls feel as though I'm going to date a guy for a meal. Never know where that came from. Because most girls have their own money, like they could pay for their own food. So why does it become a thing of you date a man to get something to eat? You date a man to get some food? It's crazy to me. But the world has changed completely a lot of ways and stuff. And also, I don't have a problem paying for food or also paying for meals. Like, in other words, I would cut the check. But I'm not doing that because I ain't going. But the funny thing is, you spend like $200-300, and that same amount of meal, like a steak or something, you can buy a steak. It's like, I'll say, I haven't bought a steak in a long time. So you buy a steak, it's like, we'll say about $6. And then you buy you some yams, that's about $1 something. Then you buy some string beans, that's about $1 something. And then you cook the meal that you about to spend $200 on, but you could take that same money and buy you some food. And the thing that gets me is crazy to me. You buy them on liquor. What's like $10 to buy some liquor and stuff? Liquor $10 for that. $10 the most, but probably I think it's like $40. It depends on the drink or the quality, how much you're ready to spend. All this stuff that you're spending on things, you could do it at home. The liquor, you can pick it up yourself inside your house. You can have a great time. You're not spending much money. And if you're a person like me, boiling on a budget, you don't want to go. Most time lately, I've been meeting men that don't do weed, they don't smoke. So that's a good thing. I don't smoke. And I'm appreciative of that. But I don't knock anybody's fixes, what they need to do to get through this world we live in. But the reality is, it's crazy. Drinks, the liquor, the food, and pay for all that for what? You can spend the same amount of money, much less. You can do it at home, but I'm cheating. And another thing is now you're sitting across from a person that's not even talking to you. So they're not even talking to you, but you're basically sitting there. Are you ready to go? No, we don't have to go for that. Because my food is here. You just come into the room. It's already cooked. It's already prepared. I'm cheap though. I'm trying to change. I'm trying to change. But I just find it weird that you spend so much money for a meal. That's about 30 minutes less than anything. But there are people out there that's not poor like Raven. There are people that like to spend money. Now I've been on dates before. I never like going on dates because it's a waste, in my opinion, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time for me because all this money we're spending to look nice for whom? If you're interested in me and I'm interested in you, or you're interested in me, the thing is, why are we doing all this extra stuff? It's so much money we could have fun with and stuff like that. And in my personal opinion, when I'm in the house, I feel safe. I don't have to worry about anything because I'm home. Anything. Oh, mothers live. I don't have to worry about anything. But it's crazy to me. It's crazy. All that for what? And then after a while, you spend all that money, y'all find that y'all need to get along. So it's like, maybe I'm just weird like that. I just don't understand. Like they say, let a man be a man. If a man want to spend his money, let him spend. I'm cheap. I just start adding things up and it's not adding up to me. I'm cheap. So a lot of times guys feel like, would you let me just be a man? Let me just buy you some. Because I was speaking back when this guy asked me when I left my job. He said, I'm going to take you out to get something to eat. Now we know I'm a greedy bitch. Let's be honest. I'm sorry there. I'm a greedy bitch. So I'm like, you could buy the food and you could throw it in the room and run. Because the thing about me is I'm not a picky eater. Now there are people that are picky eaters. So this guy came to pick me up at my house and he wanted to come upstairs. I said no. So he said, well, whatever you want to eat, I'm gonna buy it. I said, I don't, I have to do that. He says, why don't you let me buy you something? No, you don't have to do that. He said, would you okay. So he took me, don't judge me. He took me down to Burger King. He said, you sure you want Burger King? I said, yeah, I want to go. Because first of all, I didn't want to go. So he got me some Burger King, got me anything you want. I was like, well, what's the special? He said, would you stop counting my money? If I'm paying for something, just. And I'm like, ah. So he brought me something to eat and everything. And I was like, ready to go. So after he got me the food, I was like, I'm about to go. I'm ready to go upstairs and go in my room and stuff to be, And he was interested in me, obviously. But I left it alone. I haven't seen him since and stuff. And that's what I'm saying. It was a waste of money. It was only a hamburger. But it was crazy. And I always find it difficult to allow somebody in your space and stuff and try to move forward with them people because you let people in your space and everything, all these spirits coming in your house from them and vampires and dark energies and stuff. And I believe in dark energy. So, shoot, as of today, I've had somebody ask me, can they come over once again? And at first I was like, no. I always say no because I don't want you to come. Because I feel like entertaining someone, I have to watch you in case you're a thief, in case you come to steal, do some shit. And I'm like, I feel like I don't get my best rest until they get out my house. But the reality is, it's crazy to me. But I prefer send me a little cash app money. I buy the drinks and stuff. We don't have to do it. Because think about it. A meal is less than $10, in my opinion. Hey, Miss Anna. Miss Anna, do you like to go out on dates and stuff? Or do you prefer to somebody just bring the food over or cash up you the money and then you just pick it up from there? So basically everything's already prepared. Or you like the kind of girl that likes to go on dates and stuff and sit across somebody, get a nice outfit and so you can floss and, you all like this. But the reality is, I don't want to go. Do you like to go on dates, Miss Anna? Get you the meal and everything, your heels, or I don't know if you wear heels and stuff, but you put on your outfit and stuff to look really nice stuff in it. And I tell guys all the time, I'm a bum. I'm what they call a BB. I'm a bum bitch. I don't like to get dressed up. And it's funny because I do it for the YouTube, but other than that, I ain't doing it. And the thing that gets me is I don't like. So they like flowers? I like flowers though. Now I don't mind that. I asked this guy yesterday. I was like, "Do you like flowers?" He's like, "No." Hey, Esha, what's up, mama? You got a light station. Exactly, Esha. See, you with me. Do you like to go on dates, Miss Esha? Do you like to go on dates and stuff? Does the guy pamper you? You know, I'm cheap. So how do you feel about going on dates with guys and stuff? Get ready and all that kind of stuff and to prepare for him to come. you you're so funny. She said, hell no. But, change is always good. But, I don't know. It's so weird because I don't know whether it is I'm jaded or bitter or bitch. But the reality is, I don't want to go. And if you're an introvert like me, you don't want to go. But I prefer you come to my house. Okay, Miss Anna says, I was watching some of your old videos, sister. Your accomplishments. Thank you, Miss Anna. Yeah, they're very old. I wasn't jaded as I am now, but I was told, when I tell you I was totally different then than now, I just saw the world was so beautiful and whoa, did I get my butt kicked? I don't want them in my phone. As shouts ready for Sage. She called them vampires, so she making sure her spot is clean. But see, this is the thing I'm saying. It's like it's if you are an introvert, which obviously is, as y'all, hey Evelina, what's up, ma? So how do you feel about this, Evelina? Do you like to go on dates or do you prefer him just come to your house, like buy the food and stuff like that, and you prepare it and stuff, or you prefer be taken out, like buy the food and bring it over there and stuff? Would you prefer that, him to bring the food and stuff already there, or would you prefer to go out on a date? Oh, you okay? She has a date. So you like to get dressed all up, put your little dress on, your heels, and your outfit and stuff to look really pretty for this man. See, and I ain't going. I'm cheap and I'm lazy as fuck. I'm lazy, so I really don't be want to go there. So she preferred days. As Child says no. Miss Anna ain't said nothing. Miss Anna ain't said nothing. But I just, it's funny because obviously, as Child and Evelina, the young men are taking over the world. The young men are taking the world. And the young men are taking over the world. And unfortunately, they're called cougars. And then they're called the ones like me, a thundercat. I'm a thundercat. Because it's like, I was like, that's when you're past the age of, you should be dating. I prefer dates because I can wear dress. Oh, okay. Okay. I see you, Mom. She like to wear dresses. That's fine. I ain't wearing no dress. That ain't me. I don't like dresses. Don't now. This is as far as the dress I will wear. Like this. This is actually a dress. But guess what I wear? I wear it as a shirt because I don't like it. I don't like it if it's a dress. Dress fitting like this is tight fitting. This is tight fitting. That means everything is. I don't like it. I take a dress and put a pair of pants on in a minute. But then again, I'm like a BB. I'm a bum bitch. So I'm not decorating nothing up. I just look a hot mess. And I don't like to get dressed up, first of all. And, but I like that though. Some girls like dresses. That's beautiful. Dresses and heels and everything. But that ain't me. I'm more like S-Child, but she's more extreme than I am. Because I'll invite a man over to my house. But, but the thing is, Miss Anna says going out on a date because I like meeting the people first. Okay. Okay, Miss Anna. See, it don't bother me. Her mother's lid. Well, I prefer not to meet at the place where girls go, but I think that's a beautiful thing. I think that's very beautiful when a girl feels comfortable enough to put on a dress and outfit to show fun, because it's also rewarding. He's like, "Oh my God, you're beautiful." I feel like that's a bunch of bullshit. That's a bullshit. He want to hit. So for me, you don't got to do all that for me. You just come on down. You're the next contestant on The Raven is right. But the thing is, um, uh, but everybody's so younger than me. I feel like I'm robbing the cradle. Because I am. Oh, mothers live. Get on top of me. Do your business, mister. But it's so funny. I say that, but I won't have sex. I say it all the time, but I won't do it. I talk a lot of what they say. You talk a lot of junk, but when it comes down to it, you won't. I won't do it. But I think as I got older, the guys have gotten younger and younger. And if you date a guy that's younger, you tend, in my opinion, you tend to look at his face like, oh, his skin is nice and tight. How old are you? And he gets offended. He's like, I'm 33. I'm 30. I'm 20. I'm 20, 25, 24. I was like, ah. Then I get quiet. Because, we love to get quiet when we in thought. We go, now you got somebody's baby in your house. Baby, I'm not no baby. I'm grown ass. Okay. You're grown ass. Oh, yeah. You don't even. When I tell you the snapback is when they snap at me, they're like, I'm a grown ass man. They get upset with me, and that's one of my pet peeves. That's why a lot of men get mad at me, because I card them. And I know I shouldn't do that. I'm trying to change. I'm not perfect. My sister told me, she said, these men are legal. Stop treating them like babies. I don't know. The world has changed tremendously. Once upon a time, you could date anybody you want, and it wasn't a big deal. But I think what ruined me was me being a babysitter. When you're a babysitter, you see things a little differently versus when you're not a babysitter. When you're a babysitter and somebody wants to be with you and stuff, and you look at them, you're like, you're young. Evelina, how far would you go as far as dating? Miss Anna, how young do y'all go as far as dating? Is it like a certain age y'all go to? Like they can't be underneath 21 or 20 or 40, or they can't be too old, or do you just don't care? Do you just be glad that the body is showing up? Just go, yo. I just think it's weird for me. I'm trying. Oh, 24. Okay. Thank you, Miss Evelyn. So that's the youngest you'll go, or that's where you start at? So he could be that old to be with you, Evelina? How about you, Miss Anna? How about you, Miss S. Child? Well, S. Child, I don't know. Because you don't date. Okay. The youngest. Okay. So you date somebody. Okay. 24. How young would you go, Miss Anna? How young would you go, Miss S. Child? I mean, come on, you gotta look. No, we can't do this forever. We just can't. And rest in peace to D'Angelo. He finally Angie Stone came and got him and stuff. And rest in peace, Angie Stone and D'Angelo. It's so funny how you watch a man. He was young and stuff, and Angie Stone took him and pulled him out the box and basically set him on display for the girls to go after him. And of course, if a woman takes a man and she cleans him up really good, chances are she's gonna lose him. I'm first-hand experiencing. You don't know who D'Angelo is? Or am I saying it wrong? Am I saying it wrong? You never heard of D'Angelo? Well, he just passed away. He was 51 years old. He had pancreatic cancer. Unfortunately, a lot of people pass away from cancer and stuff, which is a horrible thing. It's I don't know. And rest in peace. What's her name? Lord help me. D'Angelo. Yes, that's the one. Miss Evelina. That's the one. He just passed away yesterday. Well, they just announced it that he passed away, but he passed away and stuff. And you know, fine as him, he was fine as hell. But looks don't mean nothing when it comes to death. You just gotta go. You gotta go. And the thing is, he got locked up and stuff. He just came home from prison or whatever he was at. He got locked up and stuff. He was restarting his life over and stuff. That's why, in my opinion, you have to be good to people because you never know when Father God is gonna pull your card. Like you just never know. That's why it's so important to be nice to people, and because you never know. And he's going now. Now I would like to say to a better place, but I don't know. I haven't found that place yet. You know, but it was fun. If you know what's weird, Malcolm Jamal Warner, they really don't talk about him. Now they didn't talk about Dee from what's happening. She's dead, and no, they didn't talk about her. You know what I realized? When a woman dies, they don't talk about her that much. Now, when Farrah Fawcett died, they didn't talk about her at all because she died the same day Michael Jackson died, and unfortunately, her whole funeral just got overlooked. So, and that's horrible that, also when Kobe Bryant died, all the other people that was in the plane died too, but all we know is one person. That's Kobe and his daughter. And they both died. And nobody talks about other people that was a part of that plane ride. That's why it's important to be nice to people because you just never really know. Especially the kind of person that's never really around anybody. When Paris is burning, Paris came to the job when I was working in New York City, and Paris used to come to my bar, and she would come into my bar and say, "How you doing?" And she was the originator of Paris is Burning. And when I was in New York and stuff, and she would give me $5, like that's my tip. She would give me $5, order a drink, and then she leave. She came to support me and stuff, and it's weird. The things I've seen, Ashford and Simpson. Ashford died. I seen him at the bar as well, and he's passed on as well. Ashford Simpson was the nicest man. You never want to meet. Nobody's talking about him. Luther Vandross, never met him, but people I have met and stuff. Whitney Houston, I met her. She had a very strong handshake, but beautiful woman. And I met her when her first album came out and stuff. But the thing is that we all have an expiration date. We're gonna have to leave this world. And I just don't want when I leave the world that I don't know. I guess once I'm gone, I'm gone. But I'm like, you're gone, bitch. But it's weird because it feels like something's missing. Let me get some tissue. It wouldn't be a big, it was to blow my nose. But it's so weird. Just like Diane Carroll passed away. The thing that gets me is we try so hard to find somebody in some cases. And then we're getting old. That means one day you're going to die too. That's why it's important to be nice to people because, I don't know. I always wonder how when I die, like, am I just going to, I guess it won't matter. But when I die, will somebody be here? Or will my body be found like months later? Because when Paris died, she died. She detransitioned, but she died, and She was alone and stuff, and her body was found a month or something later. She had decomposed and stuff, and I feel bad though. You know, I always say when I pass on, is anybody gonna know, or is it just the video stopped coming? Maybe she's dead. This stuff. Like, videos out. Maybe she did, but it's not funny because it could be true. And I don't know. So I went downtown today. Now, remind you, I need a shopping cart because I don't have no car. So I had to go downtown. Remind you, I should have got a shopping cart like last couple months ago. But me, don't want to go outside, don't be around people. That is a sign of depression, which you already know I suffer from depression. So I did not want to go downtown because I didn't want to go downtown. And when I tell you the world has changed tremendously, it wasn't nobody hardly out there and stuff. Like there are people missing. And I cannot be the only person who can recognize this. It's so many people that is missing in this world. They're not out. They're just gone. And so where are they? Because usually when I go downtown, it's packed with people and stuff like that, but there was nobody there. And I keep noticing this part. Because normally you'd be like, excuse me, you keep going past people, but they're gone. So where are they? It's a lot going on in this world that's not being said. But the reality is, it's a lot going on. It's scary though. But you won't know that. Exactly, Evelina. That's what I'm saying. It's the same thing with Vanity, because I love Vanity. Remember Vanity from That's Right, Pleased to Meet You. Still want to. Now I love her too. But you go through all this stuff through life, and then you pass on. And you go through all this hell. And you're doing so much crying, so much believing that somebody's out there for you. And then you die, all this stuff they took you through, and now you're gone. Then you're a man, basically. They don't want to settle down. They want to take your whole life, just ruin it. Then when they decide to settle down, they're gone. Hey Nova, what's up, boo? Nova, would you rather date? Would you rather somebody come to your house, or would you rather go on a date? How do you feel about that? I wish David was here, and Aunt Esther and Miss Moore, because I know. I just want to know how you feel about it. Now, I'm just saying for me, I just don't want to. But when I think about them stories and stuff, them girls was out there, and they all got killed. So I was watching this story about this man who I forget his name, Jay something. I watch his J Love or something. I watch his videos as well because he's more to the LGBTQIA community. And this guy did this. I did the same story on this guy. These guys. Okay, let me let y'all know, y'all, in case y'all don't know. So work with me here. So I did this story years ago. I did these stories years ago. So this woman had this man live in her house, and then her son was gay. So this man that was in the house was like, I don't like this. I don't like this. So he didn't like the fact that her son was gay. So if you don't like it, don't go there, or just, And so he was upset that her son was gay. And they was like around himself and stuff like that. But he didn't like it. Because it was like against abomination, stuff like that. So he was going through this whole, crazy is real. Crazy is real. Sometimes you become very much so, like, what's this new word we use, pick me? You just want to be happy with anybody that decided to be in your life. So he saw them in the house and stuff, and I'm trying to remember the story. So they was home in a room, and he just came home from work. So he just came home from work and he saw them in the bed together, two guys in the bed together. And the mother was like, he said, why they in the bed? Why two men in the bed together? I don't like this. I don't like this. And she said, just leave them alone. That's okay. That's my son. He don't bother nobody. Leave him alone. But he was like this. He didn't like it. And to me, I feel as though the mother should have let her son be warned or aware that he don't like what they're doing, so they could be prepared for somebody that may do something. Because reality is, you're never prepared for somebody that's going to attack you. But in my opinion, if I already told you that I don't like this person or I don't like this whole thing and I'm against all this, LGBT, that means I have to watch you now. Because people unalive people a lot of times, and men, let me stay focused. So he came home from work and stuff. He saw them in the bed together. But remind you, he don't like this. So as they're in the bed together and stuff, he comes up, he walks past the room, they lay in the bed sleeping and stuff. They had a rough night, they just came home, whatever, they got for work, and they was in the bed sleeping. So he decided to go past the room, their bedroom. He looks in, and he just probably closed the door. So he goes into the kitchen. He takes a pot of hot water. He turns it on, waits for it to get really hot, and they laying in the bed together. So they're laying in bed together. They all in love and stuff like that. They not aware of nothing. Now the man already told her that he don't like it. So at that point, the mother should have warned them, to be more aware of him because he don't like it. Or maybe she did say that to them. They probably was like, oh please, he old. I ain't gonna worry. I don't care about that. If he tried, we're gonna do something. And he came in the room. They both in the bed sleep. He picked up the hot water. He must have got one of them big cans of hot water. So the bowl of hot water. So he picked it up and he threw it on both of them. They had burns all over their face, their body. Both of them were burnt up and stuff. And the mother says, that's my ex-boyfriend. Now he's your ex-boyfriend. But it was your boyfriend when he said those things to you. The thing is that if you have a child that's in the LGBTQIA and somebody says something that's against your child, you have to watch it. You have to warn your child. You listen, watch out for him. This man ain't all the way together. And he burnt him up so badly. And then one of the guys were crying and stuff. He was like, I can't believe it. The other guy, but one of the guys contacted me because I did the story on it. They was like, we're going to get him. They said, when things go lower down, I'm going to get him. They're going to get him for them. It's probably the one that wasn't crying and stuff. That's probably was him. Then I saw this other story about these two guys that were gay. They was coming home from work and stuff. And these guys, black guys, of course, because black people have the most stigma with shit and thing. Oh, anyway, I don't want to talk about black people because we'll be on it all day. And then, so one of the guys was here like really, he was here, I guess, freestyle, like dreadlocks and stuff. And he was thin. So these two guys that work with him saw him and they started calling him a whole bunch of names. Oh, that's that, this and this and that. So he didn't say anything back. He probably was afraid because he's like, oh, there's two of them. But his boyfriend was there too. And his boyfriend there and stuff. And this man didn't say anything. So they decided that they was going to beat him up in front of his boyfriend. And it's not funny. Because I'm just a bitch. But so it's not funny. So his boyfriend is getting beaten up. Two guys are fighting his boyfriend. He's standing there like this. He said, but I wish I could have did more. One thing I realized, a lot of people have not been through a lot of trauma. Some people don't really know how to react to that type of thing. Some people live a wholesome life that they believe in people are just beautiful. It's just a misunderstanding. Let's talk about this. We can resolve this. And there are people that don't give a fuck. That means you just got to, if they got to go there, you got to go there even more. So his friends just kept crying and stuff, crying. And I've been in situations where I got jumped and my cousin was right there. I'm getting jumped by two guys and I'm fighting both of them at the same time. And my cousin was like, get him, get him. My cousin like, get him, get him. He didn't jump in to help. He's like, get him. He said, they would have, my aunt said, you stupid bitch. If your cousin getting jumped, why don't you do something? He said, no. He said, no. They would have beat me up. She was so mad at him. She's like, is somebody jumping your cousin? Why are you standing there telling me something? Get him. So my aunt was so pissed off because I'm fighting two guys. I'm going in on. I'm on the ground. I'm fighting both of them. And my little cousin's watching. He was little then. And my older cousin stood there saying, get him. And he didn't help me. And I fought him myself. And, because listen, I've been in a few fights. So I don't fight fair. I'm definitely not that person. But this is in the country. This is years ago, centuries. We both all old as fuck now. But the thing is, we were little then, and some people don't fight. I even transfer that energy as of an older person. I had a fight with another guy, a big black built guy. He's buffed, and he's like boom, boom. He wants to be with me, and I don't want to be with him. Okay, backstory. I met him on the streets. He was homeless. And I would take some money out when I see him on the streets and stuff. I'd give him some money to help him along the way. So I would like give him some food, buy him some pizza or something. And by me trying to help him, he fell in love with me. I didn't know. So by him falling in love with me, by trying to be a nice person, he wanted to be with me. Now, mind you, I knew him as a baby. Now, we know I'm about babies. So he was young. He was very young. He wasn't old enough to go inside the bar. He was on the streets. He was still on the street. So I provide food or something. I felt bad for him. But this is when I didn't really know that people are homeless and stuff like that. I really didn't know that part. And if you're a person like me that got a good heart, you get dogged because you're dumb. So I would see him. I would park my car and, give him some food. Probably give him a couple of dollars, stuff like that. So he could be okay. He fell in love with me and stuff like that. And as he got older, he came into the bar and he wanted to be with me. I said no. So he slapped me in the face because I didn't want to be with him. And I was like, so I couldn't fight because I'm at my job. I said, when I get off work, I'm going to get you. And then now he's built this up. He's buffed now. He's buffed. He's buffed like boom, boom, boom. I mean, he's buffed. I said, okay. Then he says, I'll never forget it. But I've been through this a lot. When I don't be with guys that want to be with me, they feel as though they have to beat me. It's not funny. They feel as though they have to beat me so I can submit to them. So the thing is, I got off work. He was down there. And he saw me in the store. He says, so you still not going to be with me? So now you're haunting me. So you still don't want to be with me? What's up with you? Now I'm in the store, in the little store in the village, downtown, the village. I'm trying to get some stuff. I think it was Rated or something, or Dwayne Reed. And I'm like, I said, okay. Now at this point, I already know you're bullying me because this is funny to you. Because now you feel as though you got away with hitting me and stuff. So I was like, okay. So I'm walking up. I was with my friend who detransitioned, but I was with him. I'm 6 feet. He's 6'4", and we was out. I said, I'm gonna get him. So I'm going down the street and stuff, and I see him. So I told my friend, I said, hold my pocketbook. So I see him. I grabbed him by the note. I slammed him into this thing. I threw him over the car. I'm on top of him, hitting him. He grabs my hair and start pulling it. Now, remind you, My friend is standing right there watching this. My friend is standing there watching me fight this man. This Now he's buff. And my friend is watching me fight this man. He is not joining in. Like most girls, when they're fighting a guy or jumping, they jump in. They're not gonna let you just beat up on another girl, or they're gonna jump in. If it's a man, because men even jumped in, it was like, no, you can't do this already. And I'm fighting him, and my friend is like holding my bag, and we fight. I mean, we going at it. I mean, we going at it. We fighting over the car. He's like, so I said, well, get him off my hair, because he kept pulling my, I had that Gorilla Glue, and he kept pulling my hair and stuff. And I was like, get him off my hair, because he kept pulling my hair. So then I, so my friend said, get off her. Then he's scared of him, though. He was scared of him. So, and I'm like, let me go. So the thing is, so when he grabbed me again, so I punched him, had him in the had his like a headlock and stuff. I'm hitting him in the face. So then he decided that he wanted to bite me. So he bites me. He bites my finger, and then I got this whole bust down. That's what it's called, like a whole boom. I'm here like this. So when the hair was on my face, I'm trying to fight the hair on my face, and by him bite me, I didn't know he had bit me and drew blood. So after we finished fighting and stuff, and I got ready to go home, I went to go get me something to eat, because I'm a greedy bitch. So I went to the pizza parlor to get me something to eat, and I walked in the pizza parlor, and they said, "What happened to your face?" Because I have pulled the hair off my face, and when I pulled the hair off my face, I wiped blood on my face. I mean, yeah, white blood, right? So they was like, well, who's that big guy? Why didn't nobody help you? So the guy was like, my friend stood right there and I said, okay. They was like, well, so why would you let somebody just hit on her like that? He was like, thank God I had child abuse, because child. Hey, Deshaun Gooding. So, but it's weird because my ex found out about it. Her mother's lived. And my ex came out and said, you fought Raven? He came out there. He just started hitting him. So he was like this. He was fighting. He was ducking in. It's funny. You ever hear of a guy who will fight girls, but he won't fight men? He wouldn't fight the men, but he'll fight the girls. So, and we was fighting. I mean, I didn't fight the man talking. My ex got up there and started beating up on him, and I don't know. But that's a whole nother story. But that's another story, but it's not important. Sisters, we're warriors. Exactly, Rebecca. I'm cooking for goddaughter's birthday. Okay. Happy birthday, goddaughter. But it's sad because when you are in a situation and your friend, you're standing right there, as supposed to be my friend, and somebody's fighting me, and you ain't trying to break it up, or if you don't want to, you don't have to jump in or break it up because you don't want to jump in the fight or you're afraid. How are you my friend now? And I said, so, well, I was about to hurt him. And the thing is, I think the truth hurts, because reality is you have to be careful of the people that's around you. Everybody's not around you for the right reason. And of course, I hate to say this, but I'm grateful for all for all the child abuse stuff I've been through. If I'd never been through so much child abuse, I probably wouldn't be so strong in fighting. But I'm not saying I can't get my butt kicked, because I can. But the reality is, by me being beat on so many times, that I learned different strategies and stuff as far as survival and stuff like that. And you learn different techniques as far as fighting. I've had a lot of fights in my life. I mean, I fought a lot of men. I fought one girl, but only fought men. And the thing is with men is that they feel as though if you don't do what they say do, they gotta beat you. And I'm like, no, that's not how it goes. And I had a lot of fights. I've been through a lot of fights, and I've had a lot of people watch me fight. But I had one person that jumped in my. Once upon a time, I had a girlfriend. It was this. It was this. I went to this. I was going to the store with my best friend once again, my best friend, and I had a girlfriend, and he was low key hitting on her, but I didn't know that. So him and I and her was in the store. He decided he wanted to start a fight with the gay people, which I didn't know. So he throws this big old what's that? What's the paper towels? He throws it into the aisle. He throws it in the aisle that's over. So he just throws it up me and basically hit one of them. I'm not sure. So when they came around the corner, they saw me and him there and her, and I was like, I was like, you about to get it now because you starting with people and stuff like that. So he was like, ain't nothing happened to me. So I come outside, and guess who they're waiting for? They're waiting for me. And I expressed to them, I was like, now this guy was buffed. I mean, he was built like boom, boom, buff body built. And I was like, so I'm like, oh my God. He was like, now say something. I said, listen, I did not throw nothing at you. I said, he did it. He was like, what you mean he did? I said, he did. Now, my friend looked at mean as hell. My friend looked like he would, fuck you up. I don't look mean. I look like I'm a punk. That's probably why I feel like they got a chance to beat my ass. But the thing is, my friend looked mean. But they wouldn't go after him. I said, he did it. I didn't do it. I told right there, listen, I don't want no smoke. I said, he hit you. And he said, oh, I'm tired of this shit. So he gave his friend his bag. And he started, I said, oh, I'm about to have a fight. I said, you want to beat on me? I said, didn't do it. Now I have to save face because I'm with my girlfriend. And I was like, I'm shaking him out. I'm shaking him out. I'm shaking. I think I wore about 100 and the most I probably wore like 180 pounds. Not 180, like 160. So now my girlfriend is standing up there, So I'm like, so he's like, so he throws his stuff to his friend, and then he starts coming at me. I said, I'm about to have a fight. I'm about to have a fight, Lord. Oh, Lord, I'm about to be killed. This man is about to beat the shit out of me. But I have to save face. I can't say what I'm feeling. I have to act like I got this. I got this. And I'm trying to save face and stuff. Like, oh, he's going to beat my ass. And I'm afraid. I'm shaking. You get that nervous shake, but you trying to act like everything's okay, but you ain't saying nothing. Because you be like, because you can't believe, I'm about to fight. I'm about to have a fight. So he takes stuff, his friend of his bag and stuff. He comes at me. I was like, oh my God. I'm like this. Please, Lord, can you hear me now? So he comes over at me and I say, boom. I hit him. I bust his nose. He falls to the ground. That's all he had to. Once he falls to the ground, I'm not letting you get back up. So I'm just hitting him. So then I grabbed his head and I started pulling it, punching him. It was snow on the ground. It was snow on the ground. So thank God for that, because then he tried to lift me up. He lifted me up in the air. That's how strong he was. He lifted me up in the air. And when he lifted me up in the air, I grabbed his shirt. I pulled over his face and I saw boom, boom. When he came from under the shirt, it was blood everywhere. My girlfriend, she comes in the middle and she's like, no, get the fuck. So she's about to jump in it. But my friend who started this shit didn't do nothing. So I told her to get back. I didn't want her to get hurt. So I was like, no, get back. So I'm pushing her back and I'm fighting him. I'm pushing her back and fighting him. I tell you, I think I've had a lot of fights. It's weird. Because the thing is, I don't bother nobody. I say to myself, but that's the ones that go out there. They don't think you fight. I was like, I'm black. I fight. It's not like I want to, but because y'all be doing the most. And But every time I've had a fight, I think I fought everybody by myself. I think I know I fought that girl in New York, but I I try my best to punk out. Like I'll be the biggest punk. Let's talk about this. And they be like, when I tell you they get so happy when they find out I don't want to fight. Listen, let's talk about this. I'm trying to call me what you want. I just don't want to fight. But reality is, they like, oh, you still know how to fight. I'm so happy to hear your voice. Is you the Rebecca I know? No. I enjoy all the conversations over 50 years ago. You're amazing, inspiring. Are you the Rebecca I know? Or are you the one that okay. I know one Rebecca. Well, how you been if that's you? How you been? I know, but yeah, we've been out for a minute. We've been out for a minute. And it's weird though. It's so weird. The thing about it is, in life, you think all these different fights you have is that one day I'm going to die. And I went through all this for what? We go through all of this for what? And I don't know. It's crazy. I just, sometimes you try to question, like, why do I go through all this and stuff? And, like, why is my life so much this way? I was telling my sister today, when I was a little kid, it's not funny. It's not funny. So I was a little kid, and I was in a movie theater. Of course, I was young, and I had to at least be about 7 to 8 years old. So I went into the movies with my mother because your mother's very strong. So this man probably was 20 years old, or who knows? I was young, so he says, so he walks up to me. I'm little. Once upon a time, I was like, I think I was, let me see, I'm 5'10". I was 5'6". That's how tall I was, 5'6". When I got to high school, so this man saw me inside the movie theater. He slaps me on my butt. He says, come into the bathroom. It's not funny. So he says, come to the bathroom. Never mind. I'm a baby. I'm a minor. Like I'm around 7, 8 years old. He slaps me on the butt. It's not funny. And he says, come to the bathroom. I want to come to, and I was like, so I really didn't know about sex. Well, I learned it. Of course, I learned it, but, and he said, come to the bathroom. So I was like, for what? He said, I want to do something with you. So he said I think about, this is years ago. This is a lot for me because I can't even all remember shit these days. But he said, come to the bathroom, and then he slapped me on my butt. Now back then my butt was pretty big. So but I'm still a baby, like I'm 7 or 8 years old, and you're a grown ass man, like you're 19, 20 years old, you slapped on my butt. But mothers live. And I liked it. Let me stop. I know that's a little young, but I was like, that's how I know if I like boys. But and I told my mother, I said, Ma, he wants me to come to the bathroom. She said, who? I said, that security guard. I remember that part. And she said, what security guard? I said, security guard that's waiting for me in the bathroom. She said, wait for who? Because back then when you were young, you tell everything. But, wait a minute. Exactly, Evelyn. Yes, I'm the one you know. I'm good, girl. Thank you. I would love to catch up more now. Are you the one that knows about Jason, Rebecca? Exactly. Are you the one from that know about Jason? I know I'm. I know a lot of people have passed on, and Jennifer. So many girls have passed on and stuff now. I only remember one Rebecca, but it could be others, but I don't remember. I only know one Rebecca. She's wearing that ponytail and stuff, and that looks like Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe, but it's not Marilyn Monroe. Yeah, I think it's Marilyn Monroe. Are you the one that look like Marilyn Monroe? See, I don't want to start naming. I know a lot of people, so I could be wrong. But that's just weird. So he wanted to be with me. He's messing me in the bathroom. I didn't go in the bathroom. My mother's sitting there. So my mother steps out the door. She's like, "Oh, there's something fruity about you." But she stood outside the bathroom, and that's way before. Because back then it was totally different than it is now. Back then I was back in the horse and buggy days. So a lot of things have changed tremendously now. It's a lot of this world has changed completely. You know, once upon a time, you go to jobs application stuff, you had to look professionalism. That's out the window. Also, as far as jobs and people call you on the phone, ask you to come in for an interview, that's out the door. Also, now they text message you to 11 o'clock at night. You're talking to somebody. It's crazy. It's a lot going on in this world. And it doesn't matter whether you like it or not, it's going to go on without you. But the one thing I do have a problem with is that the guys are getting younger and younger. Not that it's a problem, but it's a problem for me because I make everybody pissed off. But I don't know, it's crazy. But anyway, I did my hour, but it's weird because I always meet guys that are from prison or kill somebody, and I had this one guy. His mother's lived. I met this one guy who's fine as fuck. But the thing is, I have a problem with men because every time I meet a man, like I'm attracted to you. I think you're beautiful. I think you're gorgeous. He goes in his pants. He pulls this out. He said, "What you gonna do with all that?" I said, "I'm about to go." I am a magnet for mandingos, and I don't like that. That's probably why I don't want to have sex because they're like a virus. They just keep popping up, and I enjoyed having my insides. I enjoy my cheeks sticking together like friends. I don't like to do all that stuff because my body. Those are wear and tear in your body. Anyway, I think Invicta exactly, Evelina. I Invicta like, yeah, I'm about to go. Um, Mother's live. I met oh, that old hole with me. I met somebody else, and he's very remember that girl? What's her name? She got actually died in a hotel. She's like, "Oh, I'm going to meet this man, and he likes me looking very pretty and stuff." It's not funny. She's like, he likes me looking. Her name Venus Extravaganza from the back in the day thing, and she was like, she makes me feel. I think he killed her. She kept talking about him. I believe he killed her. He killed her and threw her underneath the bed. She was like, once I'm complete as a woman, then he'll take me out. I think he killed her. Like her killer is actually being said on the video. He killed him. He killed him. That's so sad. She was very thin. Most girls try to be very thin and beautiful. And unfortunately, it goes against you to be that thin, to be beautiful. You need some weight on you. He did, yes. I look more like Sheer, Mosey Adams. Uh, I'm from Ireland. Okay, that's not you. I'm Dutch. I'm six. Okay, that's not you. You tall like me, Mama. Rebecca. Yeah, that's not you. But let me see. I'm still in moderators because I don't want you to. I don't want to. I do not. You know this. Like I go through this whole thing behind this stroke because sometimes I can talk good and sometimes I have to concentrate to make sure my words don't come out wrong. I have to concentrate because my brain takes a little time to catch up sometimes. After this stroke, it fucked me up. And at one point, it's not funny, but one time my face used to be like, it's not funny. But the thing is, ever since I had that stroke, it fucked me up. So mentally, I have to concentrate on my words. I have to concentrate. That's why if you ever see me do this and look away, I have to concentrate on my words because you're like, what? What? What is you saying? But what is not funny is when people when people could finish my sentences, you're like, whoa, 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 bitch, what did you say? It's not funny, but they're like, well, what is you trying to say? And I get exhausted. I get so exhausted when I'm trying to say something. I have to concentrate and go slow. My sister be like, it's not funny. My sister be like, just go slow. Just go slow. And I'm like, ugh. And sometimes I get so exhausted because when me trying to talk and stuff, talking become exhausting to me. That used to didn't happen to me before, but now I get exhausted talking because it's weird. It's real weird, but I never knew I would have a stroke. But the reality is, you did. Get over it. But I don't know. Life. That's why I'm saying you never really know your health and stuff. And I do get put exactly, Rebecca. And your health is important. And unfortunately, people have passed on and stuff. And I don't know, what was her name? What's her name? Mother something. Oh God, Mama. Is it Mama? Is Mama? Is Mama something that passed away? Okay, it's called. Her name is Mama, and she just passed away too. I know. You know, we all go through all these different changes in life, and we just feel as though at some point do we get to be happy. But a lot of times I believe in my mind that I met my person, but I was too structured. Me, like I'm saying, like I feel like you're too young for me. And this stuff. And they probably, you hurt my feelings. But I don't know. I just wish I wasn't so card friendly. I'm always carding somebody. Anyway, let me get ready to go. Okay, Rebecca, Miss S. Child, Miss Evelina, Rebecca, Miss Gooding, or Mr. Gooding, Miss Nova, Miss Evelina, Miss Anna, Miss S. Child, Miss, who's that? Miss Day? What's up, boo? Um, Miss Grass, okay. Y'all have a good day and stuff, and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Remember, we in Big Delight. We in Big Delight. Only positive energy come out. I know that's what you want, Evelina. I guess you want me to do a little prayer with you. We in Big Delight. Wait a minute. In Big, I know that you want. This why I don't wear this kind of hair because this, you know, keep doing this. I'm just okay. I just wanted. It's funny because I got all these hair miles, I got all these wigs and stuff, and I don't ever wear them. I wear the braids because I'm lazy. So many girls, absolutely, have done the same. I was stressed, except for years. Then had a stroke. Sorry that Miss Rebecca. Laugh a lot, yeah. Things being visibly. Yeah. Well, the world has changed completely. I'm sorry you went through that, Rebecca. I'm sorry you went through that. But hopefully, we do therapy on ourselves because basically we can't afford to get a doctor. So we do therapy on ourselves and stuff and try to figure out the best way we can, good or bad and indifferent and stuff. So we invict the light. We invict the light. Everything about us is going to be positive. We invict the light. Anything that's dark does not come into our light. We invict the light. Only good things come our way. We invict the light. Money finds us everywhere we go. We invict the light. Everything that's meant for us coming straight to us, and nobody can stop our positivity as far as the vibe, as far as living our life. We invict the light. Jobs are calling us everywhere we go. People just want to do things for us that we don't even know. We invict the light. All things that are great, everything that's possible, that's coming our way. We're being appreciative of it as far as our growth in life and living. Thank you. Y'all have a good night. Protect your spirit.